When you die, you stop being, but you don't stop existing. Think of all the people that are dead that we still think of as existing. Look at all the people on your money. Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson. They're all dead. But they still exist, don't they? Even if only on our money. In our minds, they still exist. In our minds, their names and the things they supposedly did during their life still exist. The past still exists. People from the past have died. They're gone. But in some sense, they still exist. And when you die, you stop being, but you don't stop existing. And so when you hear people saying how the time is always now, it is always the present. Well, this is one of those statements that sound glib, but don't stand up to very much analysis. Yeah, of course, that's what the present is, but that still doesn't explain what the process is of the present becoming the past, of the future becoming the present. None of that is explained. It's just sort of restated. And nothing's gained by the restatement, really. But if we look at it this way, that the past exists. The present is when we live. The present is when we are being. And when we are being is what we call the present. But as soon as as soon as a word is spoken, it's past. But it doesn't cease to exist. And this may help us in some slight degree, to try to crack that nut of what is time. If we consider that the past exists and the future exists, and then we have some manner of distinguishing the notion of existence from the notion of being, which seem on the face of them to be two words for the same thing, but there's just a slight degree of shading of meaning that may distinguish them. And the word existing can span any period of time from past to future, whereas being is something that might be thought of as specific to the present, the constantly shifting present. And what the present is shifting from and to, in what manner the present is a shifting. Is it a shifting from the future to the past? From the past to the future? How do you even conceive of what the present is? It's very difficult. But we might begin by saying, well, the present is when we live, is when we are being. But existence is something that spans across time.